I'm here with the boys from Stonechild. How's it going?
Hello. Well, it's so good, mate.
10 out of 10?
Oh, push it up to 11. Let's get it going.
Shit.
Let's get it going.
All right. First question. Can you please introduce yourselves?
My name is Noah. I'm the bass player of Stonechild. And this is Dom.
I'm Dom.
He's the brains.
I do guitars, I do screaming, I do DMing, I do emails, I'm the accountant, I do Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit.
Thank you.
I have static electricity coursing through my veins right now. Yeah, I'm the accountant.
Mr. Stonechild himself.
I'm Stonechild, last name Child.
I understand. All right. How great is it to be a part of Dougfest? How are you guys feeling for that?
Feeling great. I saw like a lot of it on Instagram and shit last year when the first one happened, and I was like, oh, I kind of gotta get on this. I kind of have to get in on this. Hearing myself in those monitors is fucking me out.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the sound's bouncing back. Eh? It's like a massive delay.
Yeah, it's really echoey, but it's the best we can do.
We get through it.
We'll get through it.
Yeah.
How'd you guys get together? How'd you guys all come together?
We started out as a rock quest band.
Like any good
I
New
think
Zealand band, eh?
Yeah.
A lot of other bands do, yeah.
It's yeah, we did like rock quests and we were fucking awful. But we were one of like the three rock quest bands that stay together. And we pushed through and now we're still here, still doing shit. So I'd say we've done not too bad. We're in Hamilton from down south, so we've done a little bit better than other bands.
Yeah, most bands from where
It's
you're
also
from.
our first ever North Island show. So we're pretty stoked about that too.
Damn.
It is.
Yeah.
Shout out Hamilton.
Hell yeah.
Yo, thank
Shout
you.
out to the Tron.
Shout out Joe Biden. Rest in peace.
All right. My next one for you fellas is Dan. Are you gonna, get down to your undies?
Who the fuck is Dan?
Damn.
Oh no, Dom. That's a typo.
It's okay. I forgive you. I
I'm
forgive
calling
you.
you Dan from now on.
Oh shit.
Dom. Straight away with the mistakes, man.
The undies is a possibility. I won't give spoilers, but the ones I'm wearing right now are Garfield underwear. So,
Might get a sneak peek later.
you know what? Sure. Give me a fiver. I'll do anything.
Damn. You're easily bored. No. All right. When I was listening to you guys' music, for me it was like kind of like slam poetry and with the vocal style. While I was listening to it, do you guys have like any poetic influences or experience writing poetry as such?
I did English mainly in high school.
Me and Dom took a creative writing class together.
Yeah,
Like year
I was in a
9.
creative writing class. I hated maths, dropped out as soon as I could. So I guess that's where that comes from. But slam poetry was never
A
something
part of it.
I think that could just be the vocal style that feels the most natural to me. I don't really think when I'm singing. I just sort of do, and that's just what came out. The only time I thought was like when I started, I was doing an American accent, and I was like, that sounds like shit. So I forced myself to sing in this accent instead.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Kiwi bands would try and do the American accent. Fuck, this delay is like really fucking me up. I'm like so disorientated. But I feel like a lot of bands do try and do that in New Zealand, like with like rock. Try and I guess because most rock music comes out of the States, right, or like
Yeah.
Britain, so you try and emulate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you guys got like a favorite American band?
Favorite American band? Okay. Shout out Show Me the Body, like a noise punk band from New York. They have a banjo and they just fucking scream and make noise with like synths and stuff. It's pretty sick.
Mean.
I think as a band, we do owe a lot to Nirvana as well. Like realistically, when we started, we were just like a shitty Nirvana.
Right.
Like I think we've maybe evolved past that now, but like,
I hope so.
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
it's up to you guys. You're the judge. Are we fucking Nirvana, but shit? Are we?
You gotta talk yourself up more than that.
Are we the next Silverchair, or are we just another cover band?
Nick Silverchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need. Who writes most of the songs?
Dom does.
I was going to say it's kind of a mix.
It is a mix. It is a mix. But I'd say most of the ideas come from Dom. And then they develop from me. Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of tell which song came from which person. Because if it came from Noah, it'll have like musical literacy and it will be like more than just like 4 power chords. But if it came from me, it's that, you know? So you can kind of tell, but it's usually just one of us comes up with a riff and then we all kind of build on it together. There's a lot of jamming where we don't really sit down with a whiteboard and like go, okay, chorus 4 bars, verse 8. We just get bored doing that. So we kind of just play the riff until someone does something different and we're like, oh yeah, that's cool, chorus.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a pretty
change
organic process, I guess. And like often I think like if I make a mistake when we're jamming and it sounds good, like I often keep it. Like
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know,
funny how that
it's
works.
kind of good
though.
discovering new stuff through doing that, you know? Yeah.
It's funny how that works when you like do something you shouldn't have in a song, and it's
and it
like,
sounds good
let's keep
somehow.
that.
Yeah, I mean, well, at least with the sections in our songs that are just fucking noise, it's just me not knowing what to play as well. So I just am like, okay, what if this was like a section where I just turn on every pedal and I just make noise, but that it's never like an inspired thing. It never comes from an idea. It's always just, oh, I don't know what to play here. Like in a section where there would be a solo, I'm like, I know one scale, and it's not in the key of the song, so fuck it.
All good. What would you say the band's biggest influences? Sorry, latency.
Of like Stonechild.
Yeah, as a whole.
I mean, I think all of us, it's a little bit different. At least for me right now, especially with performances and like being on stage, it's a lot of hardcore punk. Fugazi and Show Me the Body are the 2 ones for me where I'm trying to channel that when I'm on stage, because that's just like movement for the sake of releasing some kind of like energy. And it's like my favorite type of art is usually stuff that's really expressive as opposed to carefully made or thought out stuff that's just in your face, really abrasive and expressive. I love that shit, and I've found that like the performance style of bands like that are the ones that have captured me the most when I watch them. And so I'm like, that's what I want to channel when I'm on stage. I want to try capture, see if someone else in the audience feels that same way that I do, and I want to connect with that person. Go on.
That's a fucking good answer.
I think it's cool to be inspired by lots of like other local Christchurch bands as well. Like, just say for instance, we played a gig with a band called St. Peter's Thursday the other day, and like they just fucking killed it. It was so good, and like just seeing the energy that other bands bring and how they do things. I think definitely for me that influences how I do it, and I think with all of us that applies to.
That's awesome. All right, fellas, got a couple generic questions I'm going to ask everyone.
Oh, I can't wait.
Get ready. So, what is the importance of live music to you guys?
I mean, it's kind of everything. It's expression, it's community, it's like a human nature thing where we need to connect through something, and live music just happens to be the way that a lot of people do, whether that's watching it, playing it, organising it, or just helping out in any way you can. I've found that in some scenes, Christchurch is a little bit guilty of this. There's clickiness and things like that come through in the local scene, and I think the more that exists, the more that live music itself is going to be disadvantaged. Like, as much as you may hate funk or like classic rock, you've still got to support the classic rock band or the funk band, because otherwise you're not going to be able to play your free jazz. Like, live music as a whole is just straight the same as going to a party and just talking to someone. It's, in essence, at least, it's the same. It's community, it's culture, it's kind of, I could say it's a way of life, but that just sounds like I'm like reading quotes off like fucking Tumblr or some shit.
It is really necessary though, I think. Like, I mean, there's no feeling like watching a live band, like that's just absolutely killing it. Or if you're playing live music, like to an awesome crowd, like it's such a great feeling, and there's nothing that can really replace that.
Let's go with, what's your guys' craziest concert experience? Could be as playing as a band or a gig you went to.
Craziest concert experience.
Fuck, I have to think about this one. Oh god. I mean, I could just go like mosh pit experiences, I guess, like elbows to the temple, concussions, like, I don't know. I've just been used and abused a lot at those harder shows, I guess. And I always look forward to it, because it's like play wrestling with your siblings when you're a kid, like that kind of release. And it's total mutual respect, but it's also like, fuck you, like just total fuck you, I'm going straight for your head, I'm going to like kick your shit in. But then also like you hug them afterwards, and it's beautiful. I don't know, I think there's like the occasional skate park gig in Christchurch, and those usually have some like characters like getting completely drunk and like falling into the bowl from like the top side. Watched some guy completely wasted. He sort of fell but slid down slowly, but he almost took the drummer of the band that was playing at, because the drum set was right at the bottom of the bowl, and it was like the biggest wall. He fell down, slid down the wall, and like nearly swept out his stool, the drum stool. And then I watched that, I was having a giggle, and then from behind me, just an elbow straight to the back of the neck, and I just went bam, down, like just fully through. And that was a great memory, like fully.
Far out. What about you? You got something that tops it?
We played an insane show down in Dunedin last year. Like, it was at a bar called Yours. It's like an all ages venue, and like, man, the crowd just lost it. It was seriously so cool. Like, people were just losing it. Eh?
It was an
so
all ages
good.
show. Those fucking 15-year-olds were going feral. Like, they were frothing at the mouth and like just kicking the shit out of each other. I want to see more of that energy. We found that all ages crowds like tend to go a lot harder than the 18+ crowds.
Definitely.
Because it's kids who don't have access to like live music. Like, if you're 18+, you can go any time to any gig, and you kind of just have that freedom. But when you're below that age, you're restricted to just what you're given. So they go fucking crazy for whatever they're given, you know?
All right. Last question. If aliens invaded, what song would you play them? The first song.
I'm going to give a local shout out here to the boys in Seismic from down in Christchurch. It's the Super Extraterrestrial Interstellar Space Martian Invasion Covenant. This fucked up fuzz, like psychedelic rock band from down in our city. They all dress up as aliens, get up on stage and fucking shred. I would play literally any one of their songs for the aliens and try and appease them with that as an offering. Like, we understand your culture, I think.
What about you, bro? You got
Hot to
some?
Go by Chapel Roan.
Yes! Sorry.
What was it?
Hot to Go, Chapel Roan.
Shout out Chapel
Shout
Roan.
out Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
Fucking
balls.
bangers on bangers.
Good choice. All right, fellas. Thanks for taking the time and doing
No,
this.
yeah, thanks for having us.
Grab on later,
Yeah,
Chelsea.
appreciate
Awesome.
And it was great chatting.
Yeah.
And have a great show tonight. Fuck
Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah,
so
no,
much.
thanks for having us, man.
No, all good. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Awesome.